Hey Jay, maybe to be introspective to begin this avail, it's obviously a homecoming for you, your first game as an NHL head coach. A couple of weeks ago you coached your 100th NHL game. What comes to mind when you think about your journey?
Think about my journey, just how fortunate I am. Grew up in a proud hockey family here in Toronto, and all three boys in that family make their living as head coaches in the game of hockey. To come home and lead such a proud organization like the Edmonton Oilers into our game tomorrow, I feel proud. And in terms of the journey, I think it's a testament to sticking to something. It took 17 years to get the opportunity, and I'm thankful and I feel humbled and fortunate that I was asked to be the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. It's not a responsibility I take lightly.
Speaking of homecomings, Connor kind of downplayed his a little bit, but do you think it means more to him? I mean, I know you weren't coaching last year, but he missed this game last year with COVID. What do you think it means to him to come back again in a full building for once?
Yeah, I think he's excited about it. We have a lot of Toronto area players. And any time, it's been my experience with three different organizations that when you come in to anybody's hometown, it is a little bit special. And all that aside, we know what's before us tomorrow, which is a really good hockey team that's going to push us in ways that we better be ready for. And there's an important 2 points on the table, and that's what our focus is.
You knew Connor was great when you came in. Yeah. You knew he was good last year when you coached him. What are you seeing this year? Yeah,
he's taken it to a different level this year. I think everybody goes to the goal scoring, which is, that speaks for itself, the pace that he's on right now. But I would go to just the leadership side of things, him stepping that part of his game up. It's not just about setting an example for Connor McDavid. It's about, pushing teammates to do things the right way. And that's something as a coach I'm privy to, I get to see. I just see someone who's taking a real step on that side of things. And on the ice, what he's doing is spectacular. And I don't think it should be lost on anybody with what we're seeing in his regular season performance right now.
In what way is your team better on Saturday night after what you guys did on Thursday night? What do you take out of that? What makes you a better team after that?
After the game in Boston compared to
coming into this game,
how
are you better?
How are we better? I would say I think the positive experience of finding 2 points in a tough building under tough circumstances. We felt we played a really good first period, and we found ourselves down kind of in dramatic fashion there in the 0.1 second of that first period. But what I liked was our persistence, our stick-to-itiveness, our willingness to stay on task. I thought we defended very well. We didn't give up much. And we were patient, poised, and professional enough to wait for the chances as they presented themselves. And in the end, we found 2 goals in the third period, and, happy that we walked out of Boston with 2 points.
How much does it give you guys confidence when they see the supporting cast step up, on a night where the Bruins did a hell of a job against your big guns?
Yeah, it kind of felt like a playoff game, right? And in playoff games, a lot of times what happens is best players on both teams saw each other off. And for us, we've had really good depth contributions all year long. We got a 36-year-old on pace for his career season. We have a bunch of people that are either at or approaching double-digit goals for. I think, when we're seeing what we're seeing out of McDavid and Draisaitl, sometimes other people get lost in the shuffle in terms of what they're doing or what their contribution is. But in the end, all 23, 24 people in our dressing room know that in order for us to have the type of success that we want to have, there has to be contributions from everybody. And that is something that we talk about. And whether someone plays 6 minutes, 16, or 26, their contribution is valued on the Edmonton Oilers.
Where would you say this team is at in terms of a level of preparedness for the playoffs compared to a year ago when you were barely in the job?
Yeah.
Went to the conference finals, deep run, but this version of the team now, 12 months later?
Yeah, we're a different team. Our goaltending's different. We have a couple different pieces on the back end. We've integrated some youth into the lineup as well. I think we're working towards being prepared for game number 83. And that is what our goal is, to be playing our best hockey when game 83 comes around. I think last year's run, what it did was it whet the appetite of a lot of people that haven't been that far before, and left people with a sense of hunger to continue to get better, to continue to grow. I thought in that third round playoff series, we learned that the margins are razor thin. And we've spent all year preparing ourselves to make sure that we're ready, like I said, for game number 83.
Where's Connor's hunger?
Insatiable.
You mentioned how tomorrow's game isn't just a homecoming for you and Connor. There's a lot of Toronto area guys, and there's a couple that have never played here before in front of fans.
Yeah.
As a coach, is there anything you say to them? There's a lot going on there. There's ticket requests. There's all sorts of type of thing.
What I like about our team right now is our game level focus. I thought in practice today, we set ourselves up to have a good day tomorrow. And I think there's a professionalism and maturity to our group that, hey, we're here, it's nice that we're coming to where there's a huge spotlight on the game. But we're focused on making sure that we walk out of here with 2 points. We know what we're going up against. It's a heck of a hockey club. They're well put together, well coached, and we better be on our game if we want to come out of here happy.
You talked about debt contributions a little bit earlier. How about Devin Shore? New number, and it seems like he's reinvigorated and chipping in offensively.
Yeah, he's, couldn't be happier for him. Great teammate, somebody who supports everyone within the organization. So for him to have that type of success that he's having since he kind of came into the lineup in Colorado, that's huge. And people in that room are very excited for him, and in the end, the better he plays, the more competitive it is to find ice time for everybody in our forward grouping, and that's what we want. We want it to be competitive to get into the lineup, and we want it to be competitive for privileged ice time when you are in the lineup.